minimum amount of money you want to make for your life? Like, what would be the minimum amount of money that you make every year that allowed you to live and do that content media site? What do you think?
Maybe 40, 50,000 pounds, maybe.
Great. So you're like, what is amazing about that, if that's where you're at, well then at this young of an age, and that's where you're at, and the fact that you're even here, and you know, it's just unbelievable amounts of content in written, audio, and visual form on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and podcast. And I will tell you, I would be flabbergasted in 3, 4, 5, 6 years, unless you suck, which you may. But if you don't suck, and you have that little of a financial need, right, which is remarkable, weren't good, and misery loves company. Once you face that demon, once you cut out negativity and the people that hold you down, and you surround yourself with positivity, and don't confuse delusion. Don't watch my videos and rah up and you don't put any work in, nothing good's gonna happen. You're just gonna watch my videos. So don't get it confused, but life is basic. You're either on the optimism team or you're on the pessimism team. You're either on the offense or you're on the defense. The reason people are unhappy is because, let's talk about money and unhappiness. Your 3 best friends have a BMW and you don't. You think it's that. You don't realize that I loved when all my friends had BMWs and I had nothing. It's just perspective, man. First 50 speeches I gave were free.
Hey man, I've been doing them.
And then the market will speak.
Right.
Put in the work. It's like a band. It's like a comedian. It's like a rapper. You gotta do shows.
Right.
Gotta do shows. Gotta do reps. At first, nobody knew who the f*** I was.
Right.
Nobody knew who E.T. was.
Everybody knows now. Appreciate you, man.
You got it, bro.
Yeah,
of course.
Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you, bro.
God bless you.
Thank you, bro.
God bless you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Damien Posey, Uncle Damien Speaks.
I got
Watch
you.
for me, man. I be coming. I'll do what you're telling me to do, man.
Keep doing it, bro.
In the morning, trolling.
I appreciate the
talking like, you know what I'm saying? Not trolling, but you know what I'm
bringing value.
Yeah, bringing value.
Bringing value.
God bless you.
Thank you, bro. I saved my money. I saved my money, and then when I had hundreds of thousands of dollars. I didn't have millions. I had hundreds of thousands of dollars because I didn't spend anything, and then I started making $100,000 a year and $150,000 a year, and by the time I was 33, 34, when I had that opportunity, I'd still not bought a home. I was still in an apartment. I was 33 years old, and I was renting, and because I was saving cash to go on the offense. And I knew something would happen one day, and it did. And so when I had a chance to invest in those companies, I put hundreds of thousands of dollars, not millions, but those hundreds made millions, made tens of millions. And so that's it, nothing crazy, I didn't have any crazy advantage. There's a lot of people that make $55,000 a year when they're 23. The problem is they go to Coachella and they want to buy a watch and they want to buy a BMW, and I didn't. So I ate for 13 years, and then I had a moment and I struck. Biggest reason people are unhappy right now is because they value somebody else's opinion more than they value their own. That is the number one blanket statement that I've got for everybody. Your mother's point of view on you, your wife's point of view on you, your boyfriend's point of view, your homie's point of view. Like, the reason I'm super happy is nobody can tell me nothing. My wife, mom, and daughter could walk into my room right now, tell me I'm a piece of crap, and I would be 100% unfazed. That is some gangster emotional structure. And that's why I can never lose. I know who I am, and I'm unfazed. So if my mom, daughter, and wife could come in and tell me I'm a piece of crap and I'm cool, what do you think that troll on Instagram that says I suck does? Nothing. So you need to figure out the following. It is very likely that either your mom or dad screwed you up. They made you insecure. They didn't love you enough. They told you you weren't good because they weren't best. Always plays out in the end. It just takes longer.
True.
You understand?
Got it,
Yeah, I mean, I think right now in this world where everyone's like such in a rush, right? Like just, in a rush for success. Like, if you've really got those advantages and it's something that you've always been into before it was cool or what have you, you just play it out and just run that marathon. I stood in front of this company in September and rolled out a new vision called the Vayner Volume Model. 98% of them thought I was out of my mind. Okay. Didn't believe in it at all. Thought that I'm like the crazy founder and like I'm silly, but like when it becomes real, this, lead. Anytime you have full buy-in from your employees, you're in a dangerous place.
Just make the video after hours.
Why do you say that?
So let's say
It means that there should be some sort of friction from somebody who's leading up in front and sees everything and is driving a company versus people that work in it who are in the, like, they're different. Like, my job is to be like, oh, there's an iceberg. I'm gonna move this way. And everybody who's downstairs is like, what do you mean? The water's been super clear the whole time. I'm like, no, there's an iceberg. But they're in the basement.
Yeah.
They're like, it's been such a nice ride. Like, this has been so smooth. Leaders need to understand what's happening next. Employees are executing on the current and overvalue the past. So tonight, I just was reminding myself every time you came and the next person came, I was just reminding myself, literally in my own head, saying, you don't mean shit. I said it to one of you. They said, how do you stay humble when you're so successful? I'm like, because I know if I die tomorrow, I'll have a good day on social media. Like, most comments ever on my latest post on Instagram, everybody's gonna be like, oh, that was the last one, weird. And I know that all of you will be on with your life a week later. You have to balance your ego with humility. In the same way, when I'm having my worst day, I realize I'm the best. I'm gonna be the best that ever does this. And so, the way I handle things is when something's going one way, I use all my emotional strength to push the other way. Never, ever be at the mercy of something else. It's why I'm the best at my craft. I don't even want to be at the mercy of my own employees. It's why I got my hands in absolutely everything. What if they quit? What if they get sick? What if they get bored? What if they win the lottery? That's literally how I think about everything. That's why I'm in everything. I don't micromanage, but I'm dangerous enough in everything because I don't want to point to failure. Your point of failure is called Google. They literally change your, no matter how evergreen and white hat you've been, they just might decide that video content is part of their macro strategy.
competitor has videos and apparently.
So what I always think is when you got something working, always have a nest egg of 20% of your money and energy of building up other things that if God forbid your 80 goes to zero, you're on the course of being okay.